The next question is about private schools. How do you get a private school to be more receptive to the SM diagnosis?
Another really great question here. I would not say that private schools are not receptive to the diagnosis. I think that private schools are incredibly appreciative of a diagnosis. The question becomes, are they able to accommodate and provide the interventions that most students need that have selective mutism? Because private schools by law do not have to follow an IEP to the level that a public school does. It doesn't mean they're not going to honor it, but each private school is different in terms of what they're willing to provide in terms of accommodations, intervention. So it's very important that parents sit down with the private school staff members, again, beginning with the principal, and they often have a guidance counselor, school psychologist on staff to really talk about the child's selective mutism. And what, again, I'd want to know is this child's level of functioning academically, socially, and emotionally. And then together with the school, make that determination. Are they able to make the accommodations, interventions? I've worked with so many private schools that are willing to do the buddy process, are willing to do the small group in school, in the classroom, doing lunch bunches, friendships groups, and the child has made really great progress. But I've also worked with private schools where they'll tell parents, listen, we are not set up. We don't have the staff to do this. So I don't want to think that they're not receptive. It's whether or not they're able to provide what is needed. Now, I will mention, and I have to mention this, that if this parent doesn't know their child's level of functioning, what they're able to do, like their level of social communication functioning, I would recommend, at least at our center, we do something called the Selective Mutism evaluation or a Selective Mutism interview. If they are in a state that we are not licensed in, we do the interview. I would highly recommend an evaluation like that because at least at our center, we will assess their social communication in terms of their ability to communicate across the board in terms of the bridge with peers, with teachers, in small groups, in large groups. Are they functioning academically, starting, completing work on time? Are they functioning at grade level? I'd want to know this. I'd want to know what their whys of SM are because it's very possible this private school can accommodate this child and they just need an education, Brandon. That's what they need. They need guidance. And again, I've worked with so many private schools that are willing to do that. So I wouldn't rule it out here. I'd want to have a conversation and a true understanding of that student.
So what do private schools generally look to when they have a student at the school who isn't talking or is mute at school? What do they usually think, or what's their usual approach?
Well, usually it's about, again, having information from professionals that have an understanding of that child. Parents can go to their public school and request an evaluation at the public school in terms of an IEP. They can do that. They're paying taxes. They can do it. They can then
not at private schools, though.
No. They can go to their public school and ask for an evaluation, get a full report, whether or not that public school can assess a mute child.
Even if their kid goes to private school, they can go to their district.
Absolutely, because they're paying taxes. Okay. The parents are choosing to go to a private school within their district, but they can go to their public school for an evaluation, for an IEP, for example, independent educational plan, bring that evaluation. Again, a lot of public schools have difficulty assessing children with SM. They can go to a private treatment professional for an evaluation to be able to have a written report to give to their private school so that the parents are going with the information to their private school. I would not expect that any school in general is going to hear the word selective mutism and know what to do because you need to understand that child, that student. You need to understand their level of functioning, their academics, their social, their emotional well-being. They need to know that to be able to give an answer of whether they can accommodate this student because they may not be able to. They may not have the staff. True understanding of what a school can do is going to be based on that child's individual needs. And so therefore, they need to go as parents to the school with that information.